Hi! This is a milky and delicious soft and spongy cake recipe, which was carefully designed to suit all business purposes with a simple and few ingredient requirements. This cake is highly preserved to stand on the shelf for up to 2 weeks without spoilage, and the method of production is very simple and straightforward. No butter addition, no creaming, no margarine, with a short time and low cost of production with maximized profits. And the fluffiness in the mouth is second to none. The packaging and every other logistics is well discussed in this video. I know you can't wait. Let's check it out. Let's begin this way by breaking our eggs into the bowl. And because the production is manual, a bit larger, we will break and whisk the eggs in batches. For the first batch, we'll be breaking 10 eggs into the bowl, which will be whisked and set aside before we move to the next batch. You can continuously whisk for about 5 minutes until it becomes light and foamy. During this whisking process, your eggs loses its yellowish color to a milky color, giving rise to a light and foamy texture. Just as you can see. At this point, you're gonna add your sugar. I will be adding just a cup of sugar to this and then mix until it becomes thick in consistency. But for easier whisking job, you can use a hand mixer if you have one. But nevertheless, let's whisk manually. Now that the thick consistency is achieved through whisking, we have to set this aside and move to the next batch, which I mentioned earlier. So the second batch again, the eggs has been deshelled, added to my bowl, and the whisking is ongoing. After which I add my sugar and whisk to a thickness and then add it up and set aside. In summation, we have 20 raw eggs whisked with 2 cups of sugar and set aside. Now here are the rest. Combine a cup of milk powder and half cup of milk powdered flavor into your bowl. Afterwards, reconstitute with a cup of water. Be careful not to add more water than required to avoid losing the fluffy texture of your cake product. Now that everything was mixed to combine, I moved in with the vegetable oil, which I added about 35 cl. Oil to this recipe is a necessity. It smoothens the mouthfeels and increases the deliciousness of the cake. Half tablespoon of salt and half tablespoon of cinnamon flavor. Finally, I added a cup of mixed liquid flavor, which comprises of milk, vanilla, and butterscotch. You don't necessarily need to buy them individually. You can ask them to mix them up for you in the market and you purchase it as a single flavor. Incorporate and mix the milky mixture in the egg mixture and set aside. In another bowl, I'll mix the dry ingredients, which I'll be adding 4 cups of flour. That is 500 grams of flour. Over here is my baking powder and my preservative, which is a tablespoon each. Both of them will be added into the flour and then mixed to combine appropriately. Now I'm gonna combine the liquid ingredient versus the dry ingredients. You can choose to sift or incorporate directly, but please ensure that there is no lumps in your final mixture for a better job at the end. And once you're done, mix to homogenize the mixture. Shekina, is this not easy? Once everything is properly combined, I tested the mixture and it was so delicious, so milky, and oh my goodness, you need to try this. Now to another bowl, add a tablespoon of cocoa powder and a half tablespoon of sugar. Cocoa powder can be very bitter in taste, so I wouldn't want that bitter taste in my cake, so I decided to add a little sugar and water to turn that into paste. Scoop all that into my piping bag and set aside. We'll be using it for the design of our cake. Now, because we're using a baking tray in this recipe instead of the regular baking pan, please note that the use of parchment paper is not optional in this recipe. You must use it if you don't want your cake to scatter at the long run. And for your batter consistency, make sure it can flow the way this cake flows, okay? Yes, not too light and not too thick. After which, grab your cocoa mix and begin to design. First of all, I line up the design like this, and after which, I then twist it into another shape, just like this. Wow, this is quite amazing, looking colorful and nice. I take this directly into my oven to bake at low temperature. Our cake is ready in a different pan, looking good, amazing and lovely. For cutting the cake, I cut the cake into bigger and smaller sizes. For the big sizes, I got 24 pieces, and for the smaller sizes, I will usually have 36 pieces in one pan. Choose however you cut yours depending on how much you may want to sell. Here is our cake, beautiful and amazing. Look at it. The cake is caking. So nice and yummy. Just look at this. So soft, so fluffy. It melts in the mouth. So spongy, everybody may just want to have a taste of this cake. And the cost of producing it is not much. It doesn't require margarine. This is a very wonderful recipe for business, in the sense that you will have a quality cake with a very lesser cost of production. Try this and you will be glad you did. Look at this, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and package it. Yes, if you want to know how much I sell this, then let's talk about it in the comment section. In case you want to have an idea of how much you may want to sell, then let's talk about it in the comment section. Here is it after packaging. This is the smaller sizes. The beauty of this cake is second to none. It stands out among every other product in the shelf. It is very attractive, eye-catchy, and unique. Chai, who they check out? This is designer's cake. Also, because of the preservative we added, it has a shelf life of 1 week without spoilage. But if you want it to last longer than that, then you're going to add more 100 ml of alcohol to this, and that'll be fine. Yeah, just look at this one. Look at it. Just open your mouth. It's nice. Thanks for watching and bye. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.